Yo, what's up, guys? Today, we're diving into the twisted story of one of the most notorious serial killers in American history, Richard Ramirez, aka the Night Stalker. This dude was straight up evil, and his story is like something out of a horror movie, so buckle up. Richard Ramirez was born in 1960 in El Paso, Texas. Now, growing up, his life was rough. His dad was a total rage monster, and Richard was always getting into trouble. But the real kicker? His older cousin Mike, who was a Vietnam vet, used to show him these insane photos of the stuff he did during the war, like the worst stuff you can imagine. And if that wasn't bad enough, 12-year-old Richard actually saw Mike murder his wife. Yeah, let that sink in. Fast forward to Richard as a teenager, and the dude's already on a dark path. He's dropping out of school, getting into Satanism, and basically living life on the edge. He's also doing a bunch of drugs because why not, right? So in the late 70s, he heads over to California, and that's where things get really messed up. In 1984, Richard goes full psycho mode. He breaks into a woman's apartment in LA and straight up murders her. This was just the start. Over the next year, he goes on a brutal killing spree, hitting up Los Angeles and San Francisco. And get this, he had no specific victim type. Old, young, male, female. Didn't matter. He'd break into homes, attack people in their sleep, and leave these satanic symbols behind like he was some kind of evil artist. It was terrifying. But here's where it gets wild. The police were scrambling to catch this guy because he wasn't following any patterns. But then, he got sloppy. He left a fingerprint at a crime scene and was spotted in a stolen car. The cops release his mugshot, and the public's like, yo, that's him. So, one day in 1985, he gets recognized on the street in East LA, and the locals legit chase him down. I'm talking about a full-on mob justice situation until the police show up. His trial was a total circus. Ramirez was up there in court flashing pentagrams on his hand, yelling "Hail Satan," and acting like he was untouchable. But nah, he wasn't. They convicted him on a ton of charges. 13 murders, 5 attempted murders, a bunch of assaults and burglaries. And in 1989, they slapped him with a death sentence. But here's the twist. Richard Ramirez never made it to the execution chamber. He spent years on death row at San Quentin, and in 2013, he died of cancer. So there you have it. Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, a dude whose life was one long horror story. It's a tale of how messed up childhoods and obsession with evil can turn a person into a monster. But at the end of the day, even he couldn't escape karma. All right, that's all for today. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.